My last Spravato treatment went a little sideways. Literally. My consciousness felt like it was trying to slip out the side door of my body, like a drunk party guest trying to sneak out before cleanup. It wasn't great. But even though it felt weird, disjointed, and vaguely like an out-of-body tax audit, I realized it still probably helped me. Because I've learned one of the biggest things depression steals from you is the ability to have perspective. And I think over the course of my 11 or 12 treatments that I've had so far, I've been steadily gaining that back. Spravato, aka ketamine therapy for treatment-resistant depression, has been kind of a miracle for me. Most sessions I float out of my body like a sad balloon on a healing journey. But this last one was more like the sad balloon drifting sideways into a dumpster. Even then, I still got something out of it. A little reminder that even when I feel like I'm not improving, I'm not failing either. Now, I didn't plan it this way. There was no master spreadsheet titled Total Life Reinvention Q1 2025. Although now that I think of it, I wish there was. That would be pretty great. But the way it worked out, I had my bariatric surgery about 4 months ago, and I started my Spravato treatments a month or two after that, so pretty close together. And honestly, I'm really glad it worked out that way. Because those two things, improving both my physical health and my mental health, have a synergy. They complement each other very well. Spravato's helping me crawl out of the pit mentally, and the surgery's helping me move forward physically. Together, they're tag teaming my depression like a WWE match. Except instead of folding chairs, there's protein shakes and dissociation. Yes, we all love those dramatic, cinematic leaps forward. You know, the kind that go, I lost 30 pounds in 1 week and completely emotionally reconciled with my inner child. But the tiny, invisible steps, those are every bit as important. Over the last couple weeks, the scale hasn't gone down as much as I would have liked. And if I'm being perfectly honest, that sucks. But you know what doesn't suck? I'm not flipping out about it. That used to be my cue to spiral. You're a failure, you're worthless. Time to binge eat, regret, and pizza. But now, I just acknowledge it, take a breath, and move forward. Because now I have the perspective to say that a lack of recent progress doesn't equate to failure. Old me would have thrown in the towel, ordered pizza, and emotionally eaten my way into a cheese coma, while blaming myself for being a failure. It does help, of course, that since the surgery, it's literally physically impossible for me to binge eat like that. But the newfound mental fortitude definitely helps as well. I recently made this photo collage to highlight my last 10 years of weight loss progress. And while, yeah, the visible weight loss is mostly just in the last 4 months since I had the surgery, something else stood out. Not only am I thinner in the more recent photos, I'm also more well-groomed and presentable. I look more like I've actually been trying. Now look, I'm not saying that I'm suddenly obsessed with fashion or that I exfoliate while whispering affirmations to myself in the mirror. But when you're in the pit of depression, self-care feels completely pointless. Why bother? I don't deserve this. Now I brush my teeth more regularly, I take my contacts out at night. All the little things like that. Sometimes I even wear pants all day when I don't even need to. Because since I've started doing my Spravato treatments, I finally realized that I am worth that couple minutes a day of effort. So that's what the collage reminded me of. It's not just a physical transformation, it's mental as well. Spravato didn't just help reduce the crushing weight of depression, it gave me the bandwidth to remember that I'm not garbage. Hey, maybe I don't deserve to suffer all the time. Maybe I deserve to feel normal. Maybe I am worth the 5 minutes a day it takes to fix my hair and pretend I'm human. Now I know to a lot of you this all probably sounds pretty minor. You fixed your hair, wow, Nobel Peace Prize incoming. But if you've ever been in it, really in the trenches of depression, those aren't small wins. Those are boss level achievements. So if you're plateauing, if you're tired, if your brain is telling you that you suck, that voice is a liar. It's full of shit. Just keep going. So like this video if you got anything useful out of it or were even mildly entertained. Let me know in the comments about your progress or lack of it and frustrations. And subscribe for more videos if you're out here fighting the invisible war with depression, weight loss, or just generic existential dread. And remember, a stall isn't failure. A A backslide isn't the end. Forgive yourself, and you're allowed to be proud of the small stuff. Even just brushing your teeth.